Hi folks, Steve the Hurricane here, and for today's episode of A Drink with the Hurricane, I am going to continue discussing with you creating a preferred providers group. Cheers! This is A Drink with the Hurricane, the home care sales and marketing talk show that discusses all things growing your home care business. All right, this is the third week in a row we're talking about preferred providers groups here. I talked about taking a leadership and organizing it. I talked about creating a name. Today we're going to talk about communication is key. And remember folks, this is one bullet on one slide of a 15-slide, 90-minute presentation on creating a preferred providers group in exclusive to the Hurricane Millionaires Bootcamp coming up this July in St. Louis, Missouri. Sign up now, save 40% with your early bird special, which ends on March 31st. Now, to the preferred providers group, communication is key. I talked about everything before. We have to communicate with our preferred providers on a regular, consistent basis. Now, there's three different areas. There's daily communication, there's weekly communication, and then there's monthly communication. With the daily communication, this is a real quick text message or a phone call to your power partners, to the people in your preferred provider group. If I'm going to go, today is Wednesday, and if I'm going to go to a CEU event this afternoon, when I wake up Wednesday morning, I'm going to send out a mass group text to everybody in my preferred providers group that says, hey everybody, I'm going to the CEU event at CareOne. Who's going to join me over there? And so this way it's sent out to everybody. Or I'm going to the networking event, Network Connections at Buckingham Place, which is the name of an assisted living community in my territory. Who's going to be there? So I send this text out to everybody. It does a couple things. One, it gives me regular contact with all my power partners. Two, it helps me to get established who's where, who's going to what, and if I'm going to see them, we can then plan seeds to go co-marketing, collaborate on events, and do a whole bunch of other things by seeing each other on a regular, consistent basis. One of the reasons why my preferred provider group and my clients who do this are so successful is because you're constantly seeing and working with multiple people from multiple entities on a regular, consistent basis. This quick text message keeps you in touch with your community and lets you know what's going on. Conversely, when you start doing this with your group, the rest of the members in the group will do the same thing, and it gives increased likelihood of being able to bump into each other, as well as being mindful of who we are possibly going to make a referral to. Because being able to get referrals means being remembered when a referral time comes. Constant communication with your preferred provider group keeps you in the forefront of the people who could possibly refer you business's mind. Now, the weekly communication. Real easy way to do it, set up a MailChimp account and do a weekly newsletter just to the people in your group. It could be a bunch of different things. At the bootcamp, I'll talk much more about this, but send out a weekly correspondence between you and the rest of the members in your group, letting them know what's going on, maybe share a quote of the week or something of that nature, so that you're all on the same page, you're talking about what's going on, and you're working towards that common goal, that common vision. Finally, your monthly meetings, that should be when you get together with your group on a regular basis. It could be over lunch. It could be at one of the communities that's part of the group. It could be out in public. You could do some fun stuff with it. One of the things I always talked about at the boot camp, I'll go over in greater detail. One of the people in the group actually had season tickets for an entire section, like 100 seats at the Trenton Thunder, which is a local minor league baseball team here in New Jersey. So they had 50 tickets, and they could never get everybody to come to it. They were box seats. This was fantastic. So we would meet, not all the time, but like once a summer at a baseball game. So we'd go to the baseball game, have our meeting in the box, talk business and stuff, and then we'd watch the baseball game and have fun. It was fantastic. That's just an example of a meeting that you can do. You don't have to do it. But again, it's monthly communication. So communication is key with your group. Yeah, you got to organize and take leadership. Yes, you got to create a name, but you got to talk daily, weekly, and monthly to keep the group going. Now, for all the rest of this, co-marketing and have events for your group and run it like an and all this other stuff and everything else, the other 15 slides, you got to come to the boot camp. It's as simple as that. If you have a business that's stagnant, if you have a business that you want to grow and get to that next level, if you want to reach $5 million a year, if you want to reach $10 million a year, if you want to reach $20 million a year in revenue, like some of the people that we've worked with who've come to our events, this is the boot camp for you. Don't waste another second. Sign up right now. Click the link. Save 40% with the early bird special because it ends on March 31st. And I'll see you in St. Louis. I'm going to give you everything you need to blow away the competition.